Rosa County Sheriff's Office.
Yes, ma'am. Is this a recorded phone line?
No. Are you needing inmate information?
No, I had a situation about a complaint, and my line is recorded. I'm calling from work, so I just wanted to inform you.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure. I'm at the front desk, and I'm not sure if my phones are recorded or not.
Okay, well, not either way, not a problem. I guess what I want to know is if you can direct me to someone who can give me some assistance if I wanted to proceed with getting some information about filing a complaint.
Filing a complaint against a deputy?
Yes.
Or against a deputy, okay.
Yes.
What part of the county are they in? Are Jay, Milton, Pace, Navarre, Gulf Breeze?
It would be Milton, and everything happened near the Walmart.
Walmart. Okay, that, I don't know if that line is Pace or Milton. I can, let's see. It happened at the Walmart. Walmart should be Pace, I think.
Okay, I'm not sure either. But go ahead.
Yeah, I can connect you over to Lieutenant Smith in Pace. He
That,
would be over the deputies.
yeah, that would be great.
Okay, 1 second.
Thank you.
Sorry,
Lieutenant Todd Smith.
is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi, Lieutenant Smith. My name is Mr. Kamal. I'm with policeabuse.com, and my company received a complaint about an incident at a Walmart, and I'm trying to get some information regarding your department's policies relative to confiscating cameras. The complainant had a concern about that. Can you give me a call back at 800-473-5097, extension 1, so I can give the complainant some additional information? We're going to be posting his complaint in a few moments on the front of our website, and you can listen to his audio statement there. If you have questions, feel free to give me a call at the number I just provided. Thank you.
Hello. I was at Walmart with my wife doing the evening shopping. We finished around 6 or 6:30 p.m. on February the 4th. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Hadn't been able to sleep. When we left Walmart, there was 4 Walmart employees, a younger man, and they were all scuffling with a roughly 65-year-old man. He kept saying that that young man shouldn't treat her that way. He shouldn't talk to her that way. There was a woman on the side. I made the assumption that they were fighting, and the old man just didn't like the way the young whippersnapper was talking to her. But it did cause a commotion. I told my wife to videotape the event on her cell phone, and if you're familiar with that, it takes about 15 seconds roughly to get the phone out, go to the camera and point it and click the button, open the application. While she was doing that, Santa Rosa County Sheriff's officer in the SUV pulled up, immediately ran over into the crowd of 6 people there. He told the old man to turn around and put his hands behind his back. Without a second's delay, he grabbed the old man by the shoulders, put his foot behind him and his leg behind him, picked him up and slammed him to the concrete on his back and head. It was the most horrific sound I've ever heard in my life. And as a young officer, to do that to an old man was completely unnecessary, in my opinion. It has bothered me greatly. Another officer pulled up, and the man was on the ground. The officer that threw him on the ground, immediately tased him. You could hear the electricity popping. The old man was semi-conscious and was saying that he was trying to comply. The officer said, "No, you freaking wasn't." He didn't use the bad F word, just freaking. He was very angry at this old man. By this time, 15 seconds had passed and my wife began videotaping. They rolled the old man over, both of them, and tried to cuff his hands, but the cuffs wouldn't reach. He was old, and the hands wouldn't go close enough. They were on top of him. He was no threat. That same guy tased him again. Finally, they couldn't get his hands together, and they used two cuffs, one on each hand, and cuffed the cuffs together. They put him in the back of the SUV, the sheriff's SUV. At this time, an ambulance came up. The officer asked the man if he'd been drinking, because he was very disoriented. I would have been too. In my opinion, again, it doesn't matter whether he was drinking or not. The old man had no weapons and was standing up for a woman. In my opinion, I wish I would have done it, but I didn't do anything. Sit there and look, like all the other people. Just sat there. What do you do? This bothered me tremendously that I was taking no action. So I went over to the second officer that pulled up during the assault, and I told him that I stood in front of his car so to make sure the video camera was capturing what I said. My wife had left at this point to go to the car. I told the officer that I did not feel that the officer handled himself well, and that he had used excessive force, and I wanted to give my testimony and my contact information as witness to such. He said that we don't need any witness, it's all over. I could just be on my way, and I demanded that he take my information. He wrote it in a little pad, my name, my phone number, and my address. He said if they need anything, they'd call me. I left, went and got in my car. As I was leaving, the old man was crying out for his wife. As I pulled out of my parking space and started to go down the aisle, I passed near the SUV again, police SUV, and the old man and his wife were there. She was crying, and I pulled into a parking spot. I told my wife to wait. She was talking to her husband through the police window. The door. The emergency team was looking at him. The officers were 30 feet away. She was just standing there crying. I went over and asked if she was indeed his wife. She said yes. I offered my contact information to her. in case she needed a witness. The angry officer heard me, came over and told me I needed to leave. And I told him that my wife had a video. He said he wanted the phone. I told him that she recorded on his phone. He said he wanted the phone. That if I didn't give him the phone, that he would have me arrested. And told him that he could watch the video on YouTube as much as he wanted, but I was not going to give him the phone. He said that it was evidence. If I didn't go get it and bring it back to him, that he would arrest me. I asked him if I could borrow his phone, and he very angrily said, no, you can't. Very angry. And walked towards me aggressively. And I said, look, I don't want any trouble. There were a bunch of witnesses around. Walmart cameras, my goodness. The police officers' cameras. And he was being so aggressive. It was like angry. Anyway, he said, do what I needed to do and go get that camera, phone, video, and bring it back to him. And if I didn't, I'd be arrested. Went in Walmart, and I just found out that Walmart does not have payphones anymore. To show how old I am. The manager let me use my phone, but it was long distance. I could not call my wife in the car, contact her in any way. I was scared for her, and somewhat scared for me. And so I walked out the other door at Walmart, went and got in the car, and drove home. Scared. I've almost 50 years old. Never, ever been afraid of the police. Ever. This is definitely not right. I'm scared that they have my address, and I hope I haven't broken any laws. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I still can't get in touch with an attorney until 9. But from what I understand, you can videotape. They had plenty. There were 2 cars in Walmart had several cameras. But I think they were trying to intimidate me, and I was not able to get my contact information to this lady, and I really feel her husband was seriously injured. If not, it would be a miracle. I do hope he's okay, and the police could have very simply arrested this man in a very delicate way. Simply, it was unnecessary. It was just absolutely unnecessary. My wife told me to drop it. She's scared. We got 3 kids. But I can't. It's wrong. It's wrong what they did. And they need to be held accountable. Everyone needs to be held accountable. I don't believe this is all officers. I think it's just this one. Maybe there's some others, but I mean, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. Thank you for the service you offer. Everyone have a blessed day, and wish us luck in Pace, Florida. Good evening.